Yes, before we start, I want to say that I was originally going to do my Magister review yesterday, but didn't get around doing that. And second, I want to have good episodes to think about reviewing. I didn't really get it. I don't think much for review it. Anyways, Battle of Uni. The Battle for Uni, the Star vs. the Force Evil movie. Yes, this was amazing. Yes, it was amazing. Let's explain what this movie. The movie is basically season 3's premiere, and let's explain. So the first episode is Return. Now I know this is technically a 7-part episode series, though this is mostly counted as a movie. Now this is counted as a movie, so I'm reviewing the movie version. So I would also, and let's review Battle for Uni. A few days. Now, before we start, actually, I want to a while back ago, I want to explain something I have done a while back. I was made a what's going to happen in start. Well, I think most of my predictions have been wrong, or I think most of my predictions was. I think that was for laters. I think I was expecting that what's going to happen in the opening season. Though I may or may not be wrong. Though if you want to, I recommend checking it out. I made it back in February 27, almost 6 months ago. Oh, so yes, enjoy watching it, and I'm just going to. Actually, let's review this. A few days ago, after Star Crush, Marco has been well in the spot over it, and it was 3 a.m. at the moment. Yes, I'm gonna make that 3 a.m. joke. Look, I'm on a 3 a.m. joke. I don't think I want to use the. It's also crazy. I think this is just false. Anywho, Raphael Mark. Yeah, that's his name. I think. Seriously, I think Wallace. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna put that Wallace name jokes. I'm not gonna make a Wallace name joke. I think it's a different word to use. Anyways, that's fine. Anyway, calls the Teen Sadness Hotline. Did Teen Titans just started a hotline service after they got replaced by Teen Titans Go? His mother. Anyways, Mark takes down pretty much a lot of these. Once Marco to take down the decorations from like a few of their end of year school party, but Marco wants to leave it because in case of Star's return, mainly because he just wanted to see nothing's changed. Now we get to see Star's perspective and her mother Moon are running on as Toffee continues to grow in power and magic, continuing to vanquish from the universe. Yeah, it's kind of. So yes, Star and her mother decided why not to go to Sanctuary to restore the magic High of Council, the whole body. I don't know if it's also gonna that go. Anyways, when unfortunately due to the water coin and the cage disappeared, most of their supplies disappeared. And they set up camp. When also Ludo's Rat's control appears, mostly Star was about to get rid of them with her wand, but Moon tells her not to use it because, it's finding reasons. While also successfully fend off the rats, caused the High Council's body to float away. They went to this weird tree to retrieve the bodies, and then after retrieving it, this tree was a bit haunted or something. And in the sanctuary, Star planned to place all the High Council's bodies and was going to about to resurrect them, but due to they found some weird gooey water. Anyways, from the magic, unfortunately, because all the water was there. Also, it's kind of before that scene happens, there was a weird moment where earlier. I think I want to tell you something a bit earlier. Let's see. where they talk about the Guardian was an alligator, and also Moon and alligator just go do that weird making that sounds just to open the doors. And yeah, there was also much earlier during the tree scene. I don't know why I should keep that head in the first place. Oh well, I think she was man into fashion. Anyway, there was a then Moon decided to use Plan B is to stay there forever, and Mother told her the truth, and also Toffee explained that Moon explains that after her mother was killed by Toffee, and after her mother was killed, we don't know how she died, she turns on to Eclipsa. Yes. Actually, let's go do... Now that is Return to Uni. It was kind of a bit of a great... Oh yeah, right. Anyways, that's the end of the Return to Uni part. Let's talk about Moon. And now we get to a flashback episode. In an army of monsters was prepared to attack on Butterfly's kingdom, while young Moon, Butterfly, after mourning her mother's death, we never knew what happened, how she died. There was never, I don't know how she died, or anyone who actually knows how she died. If you know how she died, comment down below, and if you do, I may give you a shout out soon. But there's no promises, by the way. Anyways, after a monster was known simply as the Lizard, we would also talk about who the Lizard is later. Because I want to spoil who is the Lizard. And after that, went rogue. Moon went rogue and then prepared his own army. On one side, the council has declared war on the monsters, while the other is trying to stand for peace. Yeah, that stars father's name. Yeah, actually, I kind of find it weird is that we see him weirdly younger. I don't know what he. Anyways, and yeah, that would. Anyways, so Moon decided wanted to go to the Chaos Dimension and tell them to unfree. To release Moon. Actually asked Eclipsa to go. But first she needs to get a candy bar. Yeah, because seriously, I don't know why I don't know if these candies were expired during that time. I think they were fresh or something. Seriously, why do they need to eat there? Oh well, I probably think some people who went to go. They were probably hungry right now. Anyways, Eclipsa debates that the last princess was dead. Debates that Moon's mother is dead, and well, Moon wants Eclipsa as that spell, but unfortunately, at a price. Eclipsa's freedom. And then yeah, we get to the as soon as Eclipsa was teaching the spell, rather than freeze her again. Sometime later, Moon decided to want to go with the rogue monsters. Going with his little goat, goes to approach the Lizard, which is Toffee for some. Appeared before her in, yeah, I want to make this as kind of weird. She basically did was set up a picnic to eat that apology meat. Eat that River, Star's father, and maid. It was an apology meat. I don't know if that was marker drawn or something. I don't know. Anyways, we meet to Toffee. I think there was a bit of an animation error in one of her eyes is just sitting up. I think this is maybe an animation error or something. So I'm just gonna declare that was an animation error here unless further notice. Anyways, yes, after they pretty much did. Anyways, Moon cast the dark spell and probably remove Toffee's one finger that cannot be regrown, since these lizard-like creatures can regenerate their body parts, but there are some that cannot. Anyways, River congratulate Moon for driving the monsters away after they pretty much. Oh shit! Here we go. I hate that. More like it feels like Oh no! Oh no, run! If he showed us, we gotta go back! We'll be probably dead right now! Run! Yeah, and then they pretty much run. And yeah, after that the high crit, continue the unfitted magic, Moon Diamond dissolve the missing monster thing, and yeah, that's pretty much the flashback in this episode. Now that's pretty much that. Now we get to the book gone. The book gone is at Ludo's monster temple in Uni's mountain. His eagle and spider minions arrive with tacos from Earth. I don't know how the hell they can go between Earth and yeah. Anyways, after pretty much having no memories after the events of Star Crash, which after Toffee took over his body, Glassface finds advice to find to go to was mostly roast chocolate pudding. So usually we'll make roast chocolate pudding 1 sec. Okay, I think he was doing this to make. I think he was running out of marshmallows when he was doing that. And okay, I also don't know why Toffee still wants to be with Ludo for like the rest of the entirety. Anyways, doing over the fires, trying to do. Also, you get Ludo do some book, trying to write over the book, but it does not work. And yeah, towards the first chapter, he tries to write it. But unfortunately the book didn't want to, and also and when he was about to write the book just and I know he was originally going to shoot Ludo just shoots the book and just he ran all the way with mermaids and mermen. And Toffee just walks all the way back that far. It took all day to write all the way back. And then when Ludo lost his patience, he tossed the book into the fire, and Toffee he takes over Ludo's body again, kills Glossary, the book was burned, and Glossary just died. Yeah, Glossary is dead! You know, I'm not gonna say that joke, and this is my reaction. Glossary. No! Okay, I think I need to go. Oh yeah, I think I know this one song. No! Okay then. Yes, it just shows that. Anyways, after that, Toffee told that Ludo's hand it was just a distraction and decided to take over first Firefly's kingdom. And that's the end of that episode. And that's the end. Rip Glossary. I don't know why is Glossary bind to the book. Is that he's immortal? Maybe this explains why he's immortal, is that the book keeps him alive or something, or I don't know how this works. I don't know how Glossary was created or something. Now I don't know, and okay, before we go to the next scene or episode or whatever you want to call it, why didn't he just, like, if I were Glossary, I'll just go, oh screw you, I'm just out of here. Just go away, go back to Star. I don't know. He does not want to die. This would have been all resolved if he just teleport away. From Ludo, that's actually a thing. You don't need to do that. And yeah, after he successfully roast and after roasting the pudding, I'm just kind of sad that Ludo died. I don't know if there's gonna be maybe that season 3, maybe that I think they may revive him in season 3, though there might be some, or there may be a backup book or something or whatever. And I think the reason why Ludov wants the book burned is because I think Ludov wants to remove all magic and okay, I don't. Anyways, next scene, then we get to Marco and the King. Some time has passed after Star and Moon have gone into hiding. Star Butterfly wakes up realizing that he's alone and decided to party for 2 days, I believe. And yes, he was just. And then Marco decided to appear in Uni, after pretty much his crime. I don't know what happened during those scenes. I probably think he was anyway, I probably think he was calmed down and just goes to Uni and just goes to Uni to see Star and gives, let's see, And given her favorite cereal on Earth, Marco's graded to River. Yeah, okay, actually, River is happy to greet Marco and ask Marco if stars after travel after leaving Earth suddenly so sad. River is yes, after pretty much actually. Also, River assumed that Star may be fine and that she and her mother just left off, and she and his wife just left on that little trip, leaving him left with the castle. And yeah, mostly when I saw this character at first, he's more a party animal character. Though I don't know, I think this is a bit of a minor problem with this. Now, yes, after realizing at the balcony, River after address is the people and ask if they are satisfied with leadership after Star and Moon have left. It's kind of weird that yes, the amounts of garb and yeah. Despite that River is a king, he's not really kind of the greatest king. He leaves trash, he accidentally eats the monsters there, and I know honestly, I think the monster thing shouldn't have been. Okay, yeah, I know about the monster thing, and yes, and it was kind of weird how they are. Is that the king is really not really that great as the king? I think you should listen to his wife's advice. At least that advice, so we can. Though I think there is after the monsters unavailable to hear from afar. He thinks that he wants to go towards and stomps the village. People think it's his fault and leaves low. And River goes fail thinking he's a terrible king. He cannot do anything. And then after hearing some inspiring words by Mark, okay, people, we are going to fight this. And then also tells the monster, who talks also for some odd reason, telling him, go away. I said, actually, oh, I thought you said come here. Also, there's a person on the foot. I don't know how they. Though, if this was written solo, I want to actually quickly remind you guys, this is a bit of one of my minor complaints I think I had with this movie. This is one of the two complaints I have, but it does not want to make me. This is just a minor complaint, but why not use his muscle and speed? We saw him in Camp Trip. He can just run and be that strong. Despite his weight, he can just at least destroy. I was expecting a. No, I'm not saying that this. Mostly that would be great if they had a fight scene, so. But I think they handled it something like. Anyways, after Riverdale had a River first decided on at the party with all the peasants and all, but suddenly, unfortunately, Ludolf has his army. Me with his spider and eagle. Animated unique. And yeah, that's the end of the. And yeah, that's the end of. And now let's go with this. Sorry, the way I'm reading these from all from the wiki due to I don't have any episodes that kind of. I don't have all the episodes on my list of all the episodes I have, so there are going to be some separate. Yeah, Toffee was longest because I don't know how this is so long because he needs 2 commercial breaks for that. And I know this is the main event. Let's actually go talk about the prior defenders. So after the last food in the candy bar, Moon is sleeping and suddenly in the moss, and then Star woke up being thinking that he late for school, but really he's mostly whatever this goo magic goo thing is. We'll all talk about this later. And then the sanctuary just got sucked into the sea of the alligator's own mind. Anyways, when Star says rats, but Moon thinks that he thought it was about talking about the sanctuary. No, he was talking about literally the Ludo's army of rats. And when he was wanted to use that, but he was using his magic, but refused it because coffee reasons or something. When he was going to, anyways, and Star was punched a snake. That was kind of badass. He had. And Star saw a frog and knows where to go. and goes to Buffrog. For those of you who do not know, Buffrog is a character in the show where he was basically a frog who works for Ludo. He used to work for Ludo, but then and then he left. Though I think I know the reason why he left. Anyways, later on he adopted some kids and goes at. His voice actor is basically Fred Tosca, and you may know him for something. I got you in my sight. Okay. Yes, he's Soldier 76 from Overwatch. And probably some Call of Duties. Okay, but after that, okay, jokes aside from that joke. Anyways, Buffrog and Star was happy they are here. They also saw. And this is the first time that Buffrog and Moon meet, and yeah, shows that even that you can make a credit joke about him just leaving his club. Yes, they used to work for. It also explains that yes, Buffrog used to work for Ludo, but then quit school now. Anyways, Moon just hates Star. Moon hates. No, sorry, just joking. Sorry, I meant Moon hates Buffrog. And mostly this is because. Also, this is the episode that betrays mostly prejudge and racism. This episode was more themed around. This scene or slash episode was more centered around that theme of how people. Now, yes. And yeah, when Buffalo tells Star Moon there's no shoes a lot. And he feels so free, and after also seeing that this place feels mostly filled with a lot of slugs and mud almost everywhere. Seriously, the floor feels like muddy. Anyways, is they decided, and then the tadpoles are happy that they are, including one, and also greets Moon, and yes, was unhappy. Then, so they need to entertain Buffalo. Star tells Buffalo to go distraction and go. Also having a weird secret of basically having a tattoo of Ludo before Toffee take over. This is what he used to be. And after they also play some board games. And yeah, you can make a lot of references to board game. Also, yes, there's a lot of board game references you can make. Now, if you are a fan of board games, you may know these. So the play was Pud Defense. Sorry, the episode. I'm bringing on the title. And decided I wanted to just go. It's kind of. Just showing these two having two perspectives of being a protective mother slash father. I do like this episode being more focused on the racism and actually producing and racism. I do like this how the concept is. So after they played a bit of board games, and actually it's just started after Buffalo realized this is, and realizing that also trying, but then Buffalo just refused to go start for the rep and just go. And Buffalo sent them to the Tadpole's room. And Tadpole is... One of the Tadpoles can't talk for some odd reason. And he didn't tell his father, though I think that maybe happened in a future episode or two. And have a hole, and secretly they have a hole under a chest. And it leads them to uni. Probably they want to have a... So they just go to Planet Tech, they go there, and one of them says she probably died. And... Overall, this whole scene or episode is pretty kind of great on more talking about the racism and also all of the it's more on. I do like it's more how everyone is mostly sometimes racist. So yes, now we get to this King Ludo. After Ludo finished invading completely off screen, yeah, that happened, and Ludo wants to do merchandising and. Ludo used the total levitation and mostly levitate everything. And very much levitate everything. So River decided they wanted to play a bug chest while with Marco after getting. So after they pretty much open and lock the key, he has 24 hours to do something, and Marco decided on to reach the butter and free himself. King was about to free, but he ate the butter. Dude, that was on the full. Yeah, I think I was hungry at the time. I probably didn't feed him for like the last 24 hours or something. Didn't feed him. Anyways, Marco decided when to go there. A rope is made. We get when he sneaks to go get Ludos's key, the mine appears, and Mossack. We get to We get to Patrick Stewart doing his bait. Okay, we get to the bar or whoever he is. I forget his name. So Base and the Jester was in the bathroom. So basically, a barn, a mine, and a Jester are hanging out in a room just trying to go survive. It's kind of awkward, the concept of having basically a tree. It's like having a paladin, a space marine, and a monk being in a room. Yeah, I know, making that joke. I don't know how to make that. So, sorry about that sound. So yes, we get to. Yeah. So yes, the bar is doing just trying to eat some little leftovers. They decided wanted to just do Ludo's ate his leftovers, shower, and sleep in his bed. And when they did that, the end scene, the mine just ate was some of the I don't know what that thing is, and it's kind of awkward. I don't know how mines can seriously. How can you digest that thing? Okay. So when they were just only actors, they decided wanted to go undercover and decided wanted to disguise as more. Tries to get the key from Ludo and tries to grabs Ludo by accident, throws him down and just shows him the guy in the mask. And then the actors is basically like there, doing a more play, doing a music parody. Yeah, and then we get to an awkward moment during inside the scene. The mic speaks and was horrifying. This is the only time that this is the only time that the mind speaks. Despite that minds are basically like silent people who cannot have a terrible voice. I say can't speak. No offense to any minds who are watching this video. I'm just saying that the minds are just basically like a bunch of people who like do weird things, okay? And pretend they're in a box. And so after they did a great song, they also pretend they hate each other. The Jester and Barn hate each other, except the Mine just thought was okay. And yeah, all of them after playing, and also managed to take the Ludo's key. Riven he unlocks the key, but he just relogs because he was going. Then he gets accidentally levit when he was showed the betrayal. Example, he sent him into space, and okay, you will know what happened to him because I'm just not gonna tell you what happened to him. Yeah, I know it's gonna be spoilery if I do, so I'm not. Anyways, after he saw him go into the sky, and they think he's dead. He thinks that, and he covers to do war, and he doesn't, and he didn't realize it. Anyways, after we get to a bit of narration, we get to some musical about Ludo. After we get to a scene where Ludo gets pretty much destroyed, a giant wreck appears and reveals to be a reveals to be Sarenda's costume. I'm not kidding, that actually happened. Anyways, after Ludo talks to his wand, Star wants Ludo to help him, and this is scene. Star gets into a dungeon, and okay, yes, I forget to remember that, yes, back in Ludo's King, yeah, I forget to mention that, and Well, yeah, that was the end of that scene I reviewed. It's kind of weird that, yes, this is a dungeon and not a torture room, so there will be no AC in this room, despite that they live in a more medieval times. Seriously, how's this? Despite that they live in the medieval times, complete magic. When, yeah, we get to a rat with a costume, we will get into later. Star gets trapped in the dungeon for a little while. And after defeating that reveals to be Marco. And then we get to a Psycho moment! Yeah, I must Darko shipper myself. Marco and Star and Marco for life! Alongside my Princess Bubblegum, my Finn and Princess Bubblegum shipping for life! Anywho, after that scene, then we get to the Resistance, who were supposed to go with the direct entrance, but didn't go. And yeah, they go with the Resistance, a French with a complete with Marco wearing a French hat. Kind of, yeah. So yes, Marco knows that the spider and the eagle will just go have feeding every 5 minutes, and Ludo will be sitting over there. And yes, even having cushions. They were going to play pranks on him, but he didn't good. And then when Ludo comes in the room, he realized he was bringing tea, but dropped. And then they capture the Resistance and break Star with the Ludo wants Star, and actually Ludo wants to destroy instead the hand wants to deal with the hand, and yes, he wants to deal that Ludo was inside the one. And yeah. Anywho, after the rats have Marco's French hat, and then Buff Rod just came and saved the day. And Moon also came after freeing Moon free Star, and also left he left his friend. And then he didn't want to. Also, they're okay being there. I think they will be there for a little while. The barn, the mine, and the jester was left throughout the entire episode. They have been probably I probably think they will be released in the dungeon. I think they've been released by the end of the movie. At the end of the movie, I think they were released there. So yeah, they just left them because yeah, they were not mostly used throughout the entirety, despite they got the key. So after releasing the dark magic, the one just explode, which the one came reaction to explode Ludo. And Ludolf, both Star and Toffee were in Ludo's body, and then this was with a dramatic scene, and we get to a gooey thing coming out later on to reveal to be Toffee. Yeah, he was in there the entire time. Ludo has the ability to change magic into dark negative, so this explains why there's goo. Anyways, Toffee is Ludo of his missing finger, and grows back as him, also spinning out Ludo off in the process, which is kind of a weird, disgusting moment. For a second I thought they just killed Ludo instantly, but no. Destroys a piece of the one, and then like Eclipse, there's been darkened, and then there was weird purple things growing out of there. And despite that, to cast that magic again didn't work, and then Marco punches Toffee, but he has the ability to regrow back. Seriously, does he realize that? Anyways, Ludo tells that Toffee he has a part with Toffee, but no, he doesn't. After sadness, actually, oh yeah, earlier we get to Star and meanwhile inside, and I'm sorry I'm not saying this in order. I think there was okay. So after Ludolf moves away, Toffee tries to find it where he gets to a weird world where Glossric was there. Star and Gloss were there, and then more salt to this, and then he goes finds magic in the soup, and then decided why not to go reach into it, and also bring back the positive energy, and probably resurrecting the entire council still alive. I also don't know if Lake Connects are gonna get revived too. Then we get to an epic dramatic sequence of the one rebirth. Destroyed and then rebirth. The design of the one was pretty amazing. They changed mostly the horns represent yeah, the horns. The wings have more. The wings are they basically grow a bit more, having a bit of a more bigger, growing a bit more wings, having a heart shapen down, and the star has a bit of red in and yes, light and dark purple on stripes. And yeah, it's pretty great though. I know the people who made the original one may surprised that this one that it regrows to a new one. Star becomes straight out goes Sailor Moon and turned into an actual butterfly, turned into a 6-armed butterfly, and then decided to blast Toffee. Yeah, I'm not kidding. There's no anime fight. There is no fight scene in that contain. He just blows up Toffee like boo. Shh. And yes, I'm gonna be honest. That scene is mostly most of my minor complaint I had. And I was like, wait, that's it? He just blasted Toffee off? And yeah, I know, it was honestly brutal. Well, and it kind of reminds me of that anyways, after basically brutally almost murdering him, with the pure gold magic, he's remained to be this gooey skeleton. Oh, Moon, Marco, and Buffrog hug and rejoice. But Toffee is still almost alive, and he was about to kill him. Then Ludolf just crushed him with a pillar. Yeah, I can see the similarities with this. This is similar to the Steven Universe episode Earthling. I did kind of find this scene to be though I was expecting a fight scene. Yeah, I do like Earthling's fight scene, though I didn't really like how they actually killed off just poof Jasper by Paragon just using a metal rod to poof her. I was expecting another epic fusion fight scene! And yeah, I know, I'm more into... And yeah, everyone can also make that Sailor Moon comment. And yeah, it's kind of weird how they killed off Toffee, and... Wow! That was just a brutal for this character. After, also Ludo decided why not to leave this land. And I don't know why he didn't bring his scissors, his eagle and spider, I don't know why they didn't breed them. Is it because he wants to survive his own again? And also gives him bad potato chips. I will give him more. If I was a star, I'll give him back more in it. And then we get to eagles. We get to singing 8. We get to some children. We get to some children singing while they're on an eagle. And then we get to reveal that Riven is alive! At first I thought, oh my god, he's into space. I was kind of worried he's dead, and I don't know how he was managed to survive. Well, I think there may be an episode where we get to see how he was rescued by the Eagles. And they declared to make him as their king, even having their Eagles. Oh, and by the way, Moon ran into Eclipsa just to see she was okay. And yeah, she went back. And Moon, and then we have a bit of a crack. And then we get to a bit of a crack. It's kind of weird we have a crack in there. It kind of feels like but it's signifying that Eclipsa may return. Yeah, Eclipsa may return. And that's the end. I do like the new intro. It kind of feels... Mostly, let me describe the intro. It's basically Star standing on top of the castle and just seeing the sunset. We never know how G got there, but mainly magic, and it's kind of the badass ending. And it's kind of, honestly, I do like the ending. It just shows a star being in the sunset over there. I would like Marco to be there, but yeah, well, it's just... I do like it. Overall, Battle of Uni was pretty amazing. And despite that Toffee died, it was kind of dark. Though I did with the other minor complaint I had with the movie. No, I know there was a minor complaint with. river fighting, there's maybe a bit of a complaint. But yes, I was honest that Toffee died. Just basically just... And then, it's kind of anticlimactic to be honest. I was expecting a fight scene between... Though... Yes, I kind of see this as a bit of a darkened theme. Though I would like an epic fight scene to go with that. Though I think the reason why they didn't do the fight scenes is because of the animation budget, and yeah. It's kind of weird how, also, technically Ludo had also finished Toffee off. It kind of feels like, I do find this a bit of scene to be a bit anticlimactic, though I don't know the reason why. Then they just, that Ludolf has a other form that he just released and will have an epic fight scene. See, it's kind of weird, and yes, I do like the new one. Overall, Battle of Uni was pretty awesome. It's the awesomest TV movie I ever watched, sort of a TV movie, but it was pretty awesome. I give this a 9 out of 10, mainly because that, and I know it's been a while since I've done a rating system. I think I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, and because mainly because of Ludo, but I may or may not excuse that Ludo, that we didn't get a proper Ludo fight scene, but overall, Battle of Uni was pretty awesome. 9 out of 10, actually, despite that, also how Star comes true. I think okay, I'm just gonna make this an exception because this is a premiere of 7 episodes. A 10 out of 10 and approval. Well, yes, this is a 10 out of 10. Yes, I do love this. And if you love this movie, let you guys know. And I had pretty much a blast watching this. Yeah, I think the webcam wasn't working, but still, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.